Hi, welcome viewers. As regular viewers would be aware, this channel discusses topics about life, and at night I upload paranormal videos, and I do every now and then discuss topics about death because life and death are intertwined. Now, what does it really what really matters to us is that we have a happy life. So I am going to discuss about happiness today because happiness is very important for our well-being. So hold on a minute while I just switch screens so I don't lose my place, okay? So welcome again, dear viewer. It's always a pleasure and an honor for anyone to watch this channel. It's just a one-person show with a limited camera and just a limited microphone, just sitting at their laptop trying to educate, entertain, and help. So let's talk about something that's near and dear to all of us: happiness and well-being. It's a topic that transcends age, culture, and background because at our core, we all seek happiness and a sense of fulfillment in our lives. Defining happiness. So, what is happiness? Well, it's a bit like catching a firefly. Elusive, beautiful, and deeply personal. For some, it's a feeling of contentment. For others, it's about pursuing passions and dreams. We must recognize that happiness means different things to different people. So, what are the factors that influence happiness? What contributes to our happiness? Think about your own life. It might be the warmth of our relationships, the joy of good health, the satisfaction from meaningful work, or the thrill of personal interests, or the beauty of the natural world, or even your pet dog, or whatever your pet may be. It may be a beautiful sunset. It may be the peaceful sensation you get as you look at the waves or walk through a forest. These factors, among others, play a significant role in our overall well-being. The pursuit of happiness. Happiness isn't a destination, it's a journey. We actively work towards it by practicing gratitude, mindfulness, and self-care. We find happiness in the pursuits of our passions, setting meaningful goals, and continuously growing as individuals. And by this, you can also happiness and sense of pride. Happiness means different things to different people. Happiness can be a rush of joy. Happiness can be contentment. Happiness can be just that feeling of contentment and peace and just feeling well. What are the challenges to happiness? Of course, life isn't a smooth ride. Stress, societal pressures, and negative thought patterns can challenge our well-being. But recognizing these obstacles is the first step towards overcoming them. Strategies like stress management and positive thinking can make a big difference. So mindfulness, relaxation, taking time out, doing something you love, singing, whatever makes you happy, walking your dog, reading a book, your time, or being with others, if that makes you happy. So it's a fine balance. And in today's world, there's a lot of pressure on us to meet goals, to have that white picket fence and a family. And sometimes these things are unrealistic. So it's what makes you happy. Anyway, let's continue. Cultural and global perspectives. It's fascinating how different cultures shape our understanding of happiness. In some cultures, it's about harmony and community, while others, it's about personal achievement. Embracing cultural diversity allows us to learn from various perspectives on happiness. Sometimes happiness is spiritual too. So let's look at the science of happiness. Science tells us that happiness isn't just a feeling. It's a blend of brain chemistry, positive psychology, and social connections. Research shows that acts of kindness and building strong relationships can significantly boost our well-being. Personal growth and fulfillment. In closing, remember that personal growth and finding purpose are crucial to our happiness. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. By setting meaningful goals, nurturing relationships, and practicing gratitude, we can create a life that's rich in happiness and well-being. So basically, it's also, about the grass isn't always greener on the other side. It's learning to accept what you have and to be thankful for what you have and to find pleasure in what you have. And all these things will contribute to you being happy. If you are always wanting more, or always seeing your glass as empty, or always seeing negative, then you are not going to be happy. You are not going to be content. If you are stressed and are constantly addicted, whether that's a work addiction, alcohol addiction, gambling addiction, addiction to the gym, that's not going to bring you happiness either. Any addictive behavior, at first you might find joy and happiness, that rush of exhilaration, but that's not happiness. That's a false sense of happiness. So let's continue this discussion. What does happiness mean to you? How do you pursue it in your life? Sharing our perspectives can lead to a deeper understanding of this universal quest for happiness. Thank you for your time, and here's to a life filled with joy, contentment, and well-being. Now, I just wanted to share with you that happiness is a state of mind, a feeling, or a combination of factors, so that you have to understand happiness is subjective. And the factors that influence happiness influence our well-being, and these can include relationships, health, work, personal interests, and even our environment. So I encourage you to reflect on what brings you happiness in these areas. And I've already explained, what the obstacles to happiness are. And there is a lot of scientific research, if you Google it, that a happier life leads to a longer life. A happiness, when you're happy, there's a release of dopamine. And the dopamine is a pleasure. It's a pleasure hormone, a reward hormone. So every time we are happy, we get a dose of dopamine and serotonin and other happy hormones. And I would really encourage you, please, to leave a comment. What makes you happy? Before I go, I'll tell you what makes me happy is being with people, but being engaged in meaningful, significant relationships that are supportive and nurturing and the kind. My dog brings me happiness. I also am happy when I see a full moon, when I see mountains, when I see a butterfly, when I see something beautiful in nature, a waterfall, when I also feel happy when I feel well. If you have pain, chronic pain, or a disability or a disease, that too can sometimes affect our happiness. Another thing that can affect our happiness is sleep. If you're not getting a good night's sleep, you're not going to be a very happy person the next day. And some other things that affects our happiness is medication. Medication alters our mood. Food can also do the same thing. The things that are the food additives, the chemicals, and the same with water. And so it's overall, happiness is an overall state of being. It affects your mind, your emotions, and your health. Because when you're feeling happy, you feel well. So please leave a comment. Oh, also, I'm happy when I'm writing, I'm happy when I'm singing, and I'm happy when I upload uplifting videos to YouTube. I'm also happy when I go out and watch. Well, before COVID, used to go out to the movie theatre. That sort of like died down now. But I'm happy when I watched a feel-good, video or a feel-good movie, or read a feel-good book, or listen to some happy music. And I encourage you, if you are unhappy and you are really, really unhappy and blue, depressed, that you need to get help from a therapist or a professional. And sometimes you may need, if you're so far blue, so far depressed and sad, sometimes you might need to take medication for depression to help you get happy. Sometimes there's chemicals in our brain that are out of whack, out of balance, and it stops us from enjoying life. Life is so short and it's meant to be enjoyed, but we can't be happy all the time because we do get stressed, and that's natural part of life. We do have dramas, we do have struggles, but knowing that we overcome the drama and achieve, that brings happiness. All right, cherish every moment, love the best you can, and please leave a comment. What makes you happy? I'd love to know. All right, And remember, the other thing is, I just want to share this very quickly. Frowning gives you more wrinkles than apparently smiling, and it doesn't cost much to smile. And if you practice smiling, even through your troubles, even through your woes, if you smile, you actually can force those dopamine, and you can actually make yourself happy. You can actually make yourself happy, even in the worst possible situation. Just always look on the brighter side of life. Remember that song? And if you try to look on the brighter side of life, and that your glass is, at least it's got something in it, then gratitude and thankfulness leads to happiness and contentment. May I wish you all the happiness and joy in the world. Love you. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. This video is now done. I may be on tomorrow. I may be not, but I need to let viewers know that from the 26th of August to about the 10th of November, you will not be seeing a video because I'll be in Bali. Yay! And that will make me happy because this is in honor of my husband who passed, who we never had a honeymoon, and he wanted to go to Bali. So I'm doing this, and I will get a sense of, if not extreme joy, contentment. And that's another thing with happiness. There's different levels of it. You can, plateau and be content, or you can have this rush of joy and bliss. All right, video's done. Bye.